And here he is.
This bout is scheduled.
Expectations are... The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. He takes that jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Punch caught him clean. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Missed him with that uppercut. You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. Here we go, it's round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Punch, counter punch. Crawford is dazed. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of defense here at all. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this... Let's get it started in round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This may do it. Oh, and that changes everything, and down they go. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's... 1, 2, 3, 4.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to... Here we go to the 4th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They're headhunting right now, and it's not paying off. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Just misses with that jab. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The stamina is off the charts. That jab misses. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp, Gabs. Well, here. Your work ethic, on the job, get back out there and win the round. Get back out and missing. Play.
On to the 5th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
The right hook just missed. halfway through the round. I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Swing and hold that thought. And now going for the finish. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. As bad as... Let's start the sixth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're okay.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Good counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely...
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
You take him out. He's too tired. He's not okay. You let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. You got him out, but you're still letting your power show. Good work. Don't forget the general in this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it. Good work out there, kid. The jab's looking nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
And he misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Catch and shoot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three,
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning, you can see who's got it in hand, you can see who's comfortable, or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
I've got to see that again.
This fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Focus on what you're doing. Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good back. Better than this. Well, that guy don't win the round, but that behind is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Get your mind back on the job. It's a terrible round now. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy. You're way better. Absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. Get your boxing back together. I need you to focus on go out there. Finish it. Good work there. The jabs are working. Let him back into this. You're better than this. Go back out there and when it works. Stay focused. Don't get back into the fight.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Don't want 3 shots. Keep start. Good work there. The jabs are working nice.
And there's the bell to start round 8. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab can't find a home. They put a lot behind that one. Nice defense with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Missing with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice job blocking the hook. blocked. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Hey, I like that round. Good work. You're starting to make mistakes.
This is the 10th, so the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. That hook was off target. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of jabs. It's a power punching display for sure. He blocks the right uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight.
On to the 12th. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's